happens.
There you go. Well, we got the vast majority of this area cleaned up. I still have 4 more trees that I'm going to take out right there. A bunch of stumps that I'm going to have to dig out. And then most of the brush. Got one pile up close here and then a slightly larger pile down there. There are a lot of branches on these trees. But this big one here will make a nice saw log. Should be able to get at least a couple 8-footers or maybe one long 16-footer out of it. And then paint the ends so they don't check, and pile it up somewhere where with the rest of the saw logs that we have. The rest of this little junk is just going to get cut up for firewood. I've saved some of the sticks, kind of like poles. Stick those in the ground.
There's Armin, tossing his cookies.
All right, I learned how to do voiceovers, so I'm going to voice over. It's the next day now, and Cheryl was not feeling very well, so she stayed home and I was left to my own devices on the farm. So sorry about that, you'll just have to put up with it. I wanted to show this tree here. If you look at it, you might think that it's maybe two trees growing next to each other, but it's actually a tree and a vine. Yes, a tree and a vine. All right, we got all of the trees bucked up. I guess the deer and turkeys are a little more sophisticated down here than I thought. Anyways, all the wood's been stacked up. Here we've got most of the white ash. Got a little bit of box elder down at the bottom. And then the white ash. Some of those are a good 12 to 14 inches wide at the bottom. White ash, and then up at the top here, got a mixture of little white ash. Some of these logs do have a little bit of spalting to them, but it got cut up for firewood. It was too short otherwise. But these little guys, we've got a little bit of cherry in here as well, and then some more box elder. So that's one stack. Then we've got another stack here that's mostly box elder with a little bit of cherry mixed in. That's fairly tall. It's taller than I am. I had to reach up to get the last ones up on the top there. But got them all stacked in between a couple of box elders on this side and a couple cherries on the other. Let that stuff dry out a bit. It'll make some nice wood for the campfires once we have a place to burn it. Next task will be to hook up the grapple, that guy right there, and see if I can pluck these two big logs out of here and stack them up with the rest of our lumber logs that we're going to end up milling at some point in the future. And there's the star of the show. She's been getting her share of Daddy's electrolytes today. I'm thinking I'm made out of Brawndo. Here's Mr. Voiceover again. So a couple weeks ago, I pinched a hydraulic hose for the grapple between a couple moving parts somehow. I couldn't find a proper replacement, so I cobbled together a bunch of adapters and a length of hose and tried to make it work. And so you see here that it actually worked for a while. Well, unfortunately, my attempt to Frankenstein this connection here has failed. The reason why is because that is a swivel joint right there, going from a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch connection, or no, actually a 1/4 inch to a 3/8 connection. So I am going to have to take the grapple off and see if I can find a better solution to fix that. Phooey. Well, there's what I managed to pick up with the grapple before it went away. Cleaned it right up in one scoop. There were only like 3 or 4 sticks left that I had to throw onto the other pile. So if I can find an adapter, 1/4 inch to 3/8 for the hydraulics that won't leak, I should be able to get this cleaned up soon too. So it's about 7 o'clock. Lacey's ready to go home.